Have you ever thought about what your hair says about your identity? I grew up in a small town and I don't know what it was, but there was this thing where we would try to make our hair as big as we possibly could. Maybe it was the 80s, I don't know, but I have this one picture in high school where my hair is literally like huge, like at least 6-8 inches from the side of my head. I'll show you a picture. And now it's so weird. Even as an adult, sometimes in the back of my mind, I'm worried about my hair being too flat. I'm like self-conscious of, is my hair too flat? So I just want you to think today about what your hair says about your identity. If you're looking for a way to change the way that you perceive your identity, I invite you to consider 3 things that you want to remove and 3 things that you want to replace those limiting beliefs, things that you believe about yourself. So it's interesting that the paradigms that we grow up with are the things that carry with us, even if we don't realize it. If you don't know what paradigms are, I invite you to join our 5-day challenge and learn about how the paradigms and principles that you believe form the world that you live in. Sometimes when we look in the mirror, we have negative thoughts come into our mind about who we are or about how we look. And instead of looking on the outside, I invite you to consider planting seeds of who you believe that you want to become on the inside. Those voices in your head are the things that allow you to create the value that you feel for yourself. One of the quotes that I love is from Brene Brown in her book, Daring Greatly. One of the things that stuck with me from that book is 3 things that I have planted in my heart about my identity. Having a soft front, a strong spine, and a wild heart. When I think about my hair, sometimes it's wild and crazy, and that reminds me of my wild heart. Sometimes I go against social norms, sometimes I break the rules, and that is part of who I am. So what are the things that define who you are? Guess what? You get to choose. You get to choose what those things are that you believe. And when you plant those things on the inside of you that you want to believe about yourself, they become more and more who you are and what you create on the outside. If you would like to learn more about the things that you believe about yourself and the way to create the world that you want to live in, I invite you to join us for our 5-day challenge. Enrollment is going to open very soon. Click the link below on go.grouphypno.com to check out when the next date is, and you can join us there. See you soon.